God surprises us. God works in unexpected ways through unexpected people. So on the one hand, God shows up in safe places. And on the other, God is not limited to safe places. God also works in places of discomfort, to do something that we couldn't do on our own, to build safety in ways we might not have expected or imagined. I think part of the spiritual journey is listening for God in the safe places that we've known, finding nourishment in those places. And another part of the spiritual journey is venturing out like Elijah did, is keeping our eyes and our hearts open like the widow did, willing to risk our comfort, willing to trust that God shows up in unexpected ways for our growth. Part of the spiritual journey has to do with risk. Many years after this story took place, in Luke's Gospel, chapter 4, Jesus tells his followers about this widow. He tells them, the truth is there were many widows in Israel in the time of Elijah, when there was a severe famine over all the land. Yet Elijah was sent to none of them, except to a widow at Zarephath in Sidon. Jesus is making the point that God could have sent Elijah to more expected people, to safer people. But God sends Elijah out to an unexpected place in a way that requires risk for Elijah. It also requires risk for the widow. There's this mutual risk for the two of them to meet and to encounter each other and to listen to each other and to share with each other. The widow is risking giving away her and her son's last meal, risking letting a stranger into her house. Elijah is risking his own well-being by trusting that God will feed him through someone who had so little. By trusting that even though he's in a place that was known as enemy territory, she can be a friend. So there's risk and danger for both Elijah and the widow. And in this mutual risk, in their mutual trust, God appears and God acts. The jar of flour does not run out. The jug of oil is never emptied. In trusting God and trusting each other, a shelter, a space, a safe place for growing emerges between them. God meets them in their discomfort, meets them and invites them to see new possibilities, to befriend new people, to experience new revelation. God uses both of them to create shelter and safe places for each other and for the next generation